Hey friends, I'm back. My name's Aaron Ciotti. Everybody calls me Ciotti. Hope you had a good Friday and Sunday. I was in Nashville, Tennessee at Monster Jam. Why did this just... There it goes. Yeah, I was the drone tech for Rich Howarth, who runs Hyperlow, a frame company, and Erod, Edwin Rodriguez, Erod Yo. And yeah, it was awesome. It was very frustrating to not get to fly, I gotta be honest. Seeing those guys have all the fun was brutal. But yeah, I had a good time, made a couple of dollars, and got to hang out with Maggie. She came with me. She had a blast. And yeah, so we're gonna talk a little bit about that tonight. Can't wait to tell you about the crazy rigs that that Rich built for this gig, and some of the requirements that Monster Jam had. Really cool stuff. It's really neat what he did. And we're gonna do a little bit of mailbag. Got a couple of boxes while I was gone. We're gonna do 4 monthly. This is our first Monday of the month, So we're going to do our July giveaways. It is July 3rd. And of course, this is a Q&A live stream. So fill the chat up with any questions that you've got, and we'll talk about them. Speaking of the chat, 16-bit FPV posted about 1 million messages and then retracted them all. I don't think he retracted them. He probably got timed out, and that deletes all the messages. Bob Bruce was next. Hockey Rounds, MX Pickles, Riot 9. Man, it's really hard to read through these because 16-bit's got so many messages in here. Riot 9's got a bunch of retracted messages too. Are you guys fighting? Is that what's happening in the chat? And then a moderator timed you both out. Mick Mucus, RT McKinney, Freelo Joe, Justin the Guy, Ed K. Here we go. Brandon's Baked Beans, Black Jungle 308, Ed K. Denny Flatland BMX, Aaron Mueller, Jason Black, McConnell Studios, Paul P. Brandon Woodford, Volusia, RT again, Black Jungle again, Mamacita, that's not it, Mamacita, that's it. Off Axis is in the house, Douglas Otwell, Superfly, thank you for the subscription, welcome to the gangliest of gangs. Douglas Otwell, RT McKinney, Brandon's Baked Beans, Bob Bruce, Douglas Otwell, Raviogi, Jason Black, Lauren Walters, Professor Biohazard, Jason Black, Denzel the Terrible, Bob Bruce, Yarbs, Storm Rider, P. Richard Scott in the house. He says, just watched our IHS dive footage, April 17th, 2020. Jesus. Was that really my birthday? We flew that on my birthday? That was pretty cool. That was a good idea. Matthew Karam, Jason Black, Mamacita, and somebody specific. What's up, friends? If you want to talk directly to me in the chat, all you got to do is type CiottiFPV. When you do it, it'll highlight in orange for me and me alone, and I'll know that you're talking to me. If you don't do it, I'll assume you're speaking to each other, and I'll give you your privacy. I respect your privacy. This is my full-time job. At the beginning of every month, a bunch of patrons disappear. So if you're not set up on autopay over on Patreon, and you still are digging this content, head back over there, and let's do another month together, yo. You probably want to go on autopay because the giveaways are the first Monday of every month, and I don't want you to miss a giveaway. So, yeah, go check to make sure that you're on autopay. If you're not, yeah, you can renew or do this month and get in on tonight's giveaways. We usually do them at around 11 o'clock, so you got about 40-something minutes to get that knocked out. Might as well hit autopay while you're at it. Hey, this is my full-time job, as I said a minute ago. Head on over to CiottiFPV.com and you'll drop onto my link tree here. Ton of different ways that you can support me. The one that helps me out the most is, of course, Patreon, as I say all the time. A lot of different benefits that you're going to get. If you do the $5 or up tiers, you're going to get entered to win some giveaways. You're also going to get a YouTube playlist with a ton of exclusive Patreon-only content. 2 different Facebook groups, full Discord access, a bunch of tech articles over on the Patreon page, and the undying love of the gangliest son of a bitch in FPV. Also have a little Etsy store with some stickers and some hardware that'll help you during your next build. Over on Fiverr, we can work one-on-one. I'm going to help you fly better, tune better, or build better, or all three. Or you can just ask a ton of questions and get, some one-on-one time with somebody that's been doing this over 7 years. Over on Teespring, I got some really fun shirts and other random stuff. And then if you want to do a super chat and just straight up support me, but you don't want to pay 30% to YouTube and Google, you can use PayPal here. Hey, if you're ordering things on the internet, someone has an affiliate link to that website. Hook them up. They're making some content maybe for you to watch for free. Hit their affiliate link before you check out, and they'll get 1 to 6% of your total order. I have affiliate links from We Bleed FPV, Newbie Drone, FPV Cycle, Amazon Get FPV, Oh My God, HD0, Flywoo, Emacs, Banggood, Camera Buddy, and AliExpress. Replace your bookmarks with someone's affiliate link, and then you don't have to remember to hit it. And then you can support people, and they can keep making stuff that you watch, and eating food so that they have the energy to make the stuff that you watch. Bob Bruce said, happy almost 4th, everyone, and CiottiFPV. Hope everybody stays safe and has a great time. Yeah, hey, nobody blow your fingers off. Remember this. If you're holding a firework, this will save your fingers. If you're holding a firework, you're going to light it, and it's out. you do not want to light it and then wind up and throw it, because if the fuse goes fast, you're going to wind up and throw it, and it's going to blow up right next to your fucking face. So it's one motion when you light fireworks. But don't light fireworks. Let somebody else light fireworks. We need our little fingies. You fly around the fireworks that the other person is lighting, okay? Don't light fireworks. Don't blow your hands apart. RT McKinney says, tonight's giveaway should be an interesting wink wink. Freeload just, so RT, I haven't opened the box yet. I won't put it in tonight's giveaway though, because I wanted to open the box, like, you know, on the stream. This will be next month's giveaway. Plus, I like pre-do all of the giveaways, so they're all like ready to go. But yeah, this will be in next week's, and we're gonna open it in mailbag. Freelojo says, hello, CiottiFPV and the most gangly of gangs. Justin the Guy says, good evening, gangly gang and CiottiFPV. Ed K says, happy 4th, CiottiFPV and all. Happy 4th to you as well, Ed. Bob Bruce says, dang OBS, you've been gone too long. RT says, the gremlins of going away and coming back to all kinds of updates on your software. Denzel says, hot diggity dog, happy Monday, CiottiFPV and all ye ganglies. P. Richard Scott says, just watched our IHS dive footage. So here's what Patrick is talking about. All right, we're gonna go to my channel and we're gonna go to edits, and it's a little bit back here. Actually, I'm gonna have to go to the I have to go in here to find it. It's a really good one though, man. That was a really good day of flying. Here it is. Skyline lockdown ripping. This is the one, friend. You're gonna love my nuts. You're gonna love this video. No. Don't edit it. I don't want to edit it. That's the wrong button. Come on. Share. Copy. There it is. That's a good one, yo. You're gonna dig it. Just posted the link in chat. I'll give you a little preview of it with no sound. While I'm getting caught up on chat here. Jason Black says, hey, is it possible to use Iflight power supply cable for GoPro with Caddx walnut? What the hell is a GoPro with Caddx walnut? Oh. It's a GoPro Iflight power supply cable, and you want to use it with the Caddx walnut. Probably. I would check. I would put the output of that. We'll just check what that power supply cable outputs, and then check what voltage input the Caddx walnut accepts, and make sure that those two jive, and then you should be completely fine. You got to go over and click that damn link to watch the rest of it, friends. Matthew Karam says, how do you make the BT 2.0 pigtails more durable? I installed one and pulled one of the wires and it ripped the pin out of the BT 2.0 connector. So I do them like, so if this is the connector and if this is the open end of the connector, this is the closed end of the connector with the pins sticking out of the back, right? So this is the open end. I run the wires like this, and then I make the wires go at like, all right, so hold on. All right, so here's the back of the connector. Imagine there's two pins sticking out here. I make the wires go here, and then at a 45-degree angle down to the pins. And then I solder them to the pins at like a 45-degree angle so that your wire and your connector are like this. And so you just plug it right into the battery. And when you pull on the connector, you're also pinching the cables. You put a piece of shrimp wrap over the end. But yeah, when you're pulling on it, you pull the whole connector as well as the cables, and it's really, really, really durable that way. So that's how I do it. That's also the way to have the cable, the cable runs be as short as humanly possible. Let me show you that, because I'm realizing that it could be hard to visualize that, and I have a bunch of them right here for you. So yeah, that is how I do it right there. You see the wires coming in at an angle, and then you can just kind of see them where they drop down into where the shrimp wrap is, and yeah, you end up with a super clean little package. And then when you grab this thing to unplug it, right, you're grabbing both the wires and the plug, right? So you're not like trying to rip the wires out of the plug anymore. Technically, you're sort of trying to rip the wires out of the AIO, but at the AIO, they have like a little 90-degree turn, so they tend to be pretty strong there. So that's how I do it. That's how I think you should do it. I've had nothing but good luck doing it that way. Mamacita says, LOL, you said it right the first time. Did I really? I did. Mamacita. It is Mamacita. Why didn't I think it was the capital A that threw me off. Free Lojo dropping the Patreon link. Thank you, dude. RT McKinney says, LOL. Well, then you'll be totally surprised when you open the boxes. Very cool. We're going to get to that in a little bit. Metal Dirtskin says, we fly machines with electronic spinning death blades, but that shit's still safer than fireworks. It is indeed. Ravi, although they're both made by people that are not making any money, so they're made to the, what's the saying? We're sitting on 100,000 pounds of rocket fuel made by the lowest bidder. Raviogi says, does the Micro Brushless Patreon tier only put you in for that level of giveaways? I only have Tiny Whoops at the moment, but I want to give more than the Tiny Whoop tier. Raviogi, great question. So you can pick your tier, and then you can increase the donation amount. So if you only fly Tiny Whoops, you can do the $5 a month tier. But if you wanna give $8 a month, you can it'll just let you manually change your pledge. So yeah, you can't go the other way. You can't go to like the $20 tier, but then change your pledge to $5. But yeah, you can do any tier that you want, and then you can increase your dollar figure. CMYK says, yo, what's up? Matthew Karam says, got that. CMYK dropping it. CiottiFPV.com link. Thank you, dude. Matthew Karam says, thanks. You're certainly welcome. My Solit says, what's up? Freeloja says, my local, but then retracted it. And Mamacita says, from the capital A, that's my real name, minus the digits, obviously. From the capital A, that's my real name. Okay, so Asita. Is it Asita, or I think it's Asita, because if I pronounce it the other way, it begins with ass, and that seems insulting. I don't want to insult you. I probably just insulted. I think it's Asita, though, or Asita. I stole that from Mighty Car Mods. Go subscribe to their channel here on YouTube if you like cars. This box is from Mr. McKinney. And it's one of these boxes with the things on the bottom, so I can just do this. Woo. What's this called? There has to be a name for that. All right, what do we got in here? We've got some things. Thank you, brother. That was very cool of you. All right, so we've got a set of V4 Cinesplore ducts. I couldn't think of the word Cinesplore. Very, very cool. These are actually really nice. These fly amazing. They're not super durable, but they fly incredible. So you always just have you get like 6 of them, so that when 2 of them break, you're all set. We've got a set of the 23 millimeter, the talls, the 1830 kV 23 mil tall. These are these 2306? Or are they 2306 and a half? I think these are 2306. Damn, these are big boy motors. These are 5-inch motors right here. Very cool, dude. Very, very cool. I might actually fly these. I've been very curious about these. I'm not going to put these right into the giveaway. I'm going to put these right here. This is like my spot to convince myself to do things. And maybe, just maybe, I will put those on a 5-inch rig and put them up in the air. Unfortunately, I'm so out of practice flying 5-inch rigs that it'll be really difficult to tell the difference with those motors, but it's still worth a shot. And then look at this. This is a Tooth Fairy 2 frame, dude. Thank you. This is the Cinewoop arm Tooth Fairy 2. So this is rad. This is an amazing giveaway item right here, which I think is going to go with these V4 ducts. And then I believe what I'll do is grab like 1 or 2 of my V4 ducts and then throw them in. So whoever wins this will get 5 or 6 of these ducts, so that if they crash it and break them, they're not assed out. So very cool, RT. This is a rad little set of giveaway items, and those 23mm tall motors I've been curious about. So there's a chance I'll give them a shot. Maybe this will get me to fly a little bit more 5-inch, so that I can actually make a comparison between those and the T-Motor F40 Pro 4s. And then this right here is from McKinney. The one and only RT McKinney, I believe. I think I remember him saying that he was impatient and he shipped one box out, but then had to ship another out. So let's see what we got. Let me not give you guys his address there. Oh man, there's all kinds of goodies in here. So we've got a bag of 5136s. We've got a bag. Oh, very cool. The Starlight LED props in white. We've got the Moonlight props in red. We've got a set of HQ 2.5-inch by 2.0 pitch tri-blades, and then we've got, what the hell canopy is this? I don't know if I've ever seen this canopy. This is funky looking. Look at this thing. Look at that. What canopy is that? Is that a T-Motor canopy? It's a really nice molded plastic. I have no idea what this canopy is. It is not often that you guys can stump me, but I've been stumped by this. Very cool. Good job. Empty HQ bag, which I'll absolutely use. A couple of these little empty guys, I definitely use these as well. And we've got, oh, very cool, T-Motor 1404 ×2 in 4600. These will come in actually really handy because I've got 2 rigs that are on these 1404s, and I think I only have like one. Oh shit, there's a bunch of them in here. Wow, okay, that's a full set of 4 of these 1404s. Damn, dude. That is amazing. That's actually really nice because that's going to allow me to do a little bit more head-to-head testing, and then these will probably end up in a giveaway, which is pretty rad. And then over here, we've got the screws that come with them. Very cool. Dude, thank you so much. This is amazing. This will keep the giveaways rolling. And then we've got a couple of these Happy Model frames. What are these guys? What are you little guys? I want to say these are Happy Model frames. I'm not 100% sure though. So they're 3 support, which is what leads me down the road of thinking that they're Happy Model. I'm pretty sure these are Happy Model frames. Very cool. We'll get these into the giveaways for sure. And then what else we got going on here? Oh shit, a B-Whoop 65. What's the B-Whoop 65? Oh shit. This is an Iflight frame, I think. Isn't that Iflight's logo right there? Hold on, I'll put it on my forehead. Isn't that Iflight's logo? It looks like an I and an F. I didn't know Iflight made a tiny whoop frame. No shit. It's very reminiscent of the cockroach frame, but it's a little bit more gummy. Ooh, dude, very cool. We've got a bunch of tiny whoop frames to test now, yo. This is slick. It holds the battery up really high. Very cool. Dude, thank you. I'm going to try this frame. We're going to try this frame along with the OG Beta FPV frame. RT says, Iflight Alpha A65 frame. Damn, dude, very cool. Very, very cool. And then the other one is going to go in the giveaways, as we do. And then, oh, yeah. This is exciting. Yeah, I am going to be flying some 5-inch coming up, for sure. Because, well, hold on though. Ooh, a couple of GPSs. That's pretty slick. Looks like they're BN220s. I don't know anything about GPSs, but that's awesome. But look at this. Look at this, friends. What odd packaging. You'll see why. You'll see why I say that in a second. Come on. Come on. Look at these silly things. They're not nearly as heavy as I thought. What you want to remember about these are just quad blades, basically, right? If you just think of these as quad blades, you're not going to be surprised by the flight performance. So 4 blades, they just happen to be connected here. So this is probably almost certainly heavier than a tri-blade, so you're not quite going to get the performance. It's also like a wacky shape, right? So it's just gonna have very different performance. Kebab's video about these really tickled my pickle. What the fuck is wrong with me? I mean, it did. It tickled the little grundly spot. What are these? RT, what the hell are these? These are, what is this? Is this an Iflight canopy? This is wild. Yeah, I'm super excited to check these, propellers out. RT coming through with the mega hookups. Dude, thank you so much. Very, very cool. Yeah, if you guys have stuff sitting around that you just don't have the time or effort or patience to sell on Facebook Marketplace or eBay or something like that, if you mail it to me, I will put it in the giveaways and then somebody else can enjoy it. So that's something that you can do. My dad went on, he watched the stream where, last Whoop Wednesday, where the snowblower motors were not threaded and there's a bunch of powder coating on the threads and I can't get the screws to go through. And then he just jumped onto Amazon and got me a couple of tiny little tap and die kits, which is pretty awesome. So it's M1.2 that we're looking for, and this little metric tap kit, the very first size is M1.0, and then the second size is M1.2. So I'm super curious. I'm gonna pop this open real quick here, hopefully. Is it taped shut? It sure is. It's taped shut. Come on, goddamn you. Alright. There we go. No. Don't rip the numbers off. Okay, good. Okay, M1.2 tap. Let's see what happens here. I'm cautiously optimistic that we might be able to clear out the threads on these motors. My concern is that I'm going to run this tap too far through and slam it into the winding. Yeah, see, it's already getting really close to the winding. Let's go pirate style. What do you say? Yeah, so it's into the windings already, but it does look like it might have cleared the threads out a little bit. It looks like there's a little bit of powder coat on there. It's really close. Okay. Yeah, I mean, there's something on the tool. It just, unfortunately, it just rams right into the windings as soon as I get it in there. But, and like the way that the taps work, they kind of they taper up. They kind of increase in size, and so like as soon as it increases in size, that's when it's hitting the windings. But it definitely did something, and maybe that's all we needed to kind of clear these guys out. Unfortunately, one of the snow blowers did strip out. So I messaged Jesse. I haven't heard back, but I'm sure he'll get back to me, and hopefully I can get a replacement, and away we will go. And then so this is the other tap kit. And now these guys are loose, but they do have writing on them. M1 by 0.25. That's going to be too small. We want M1.2. There's M1.2. M1.2 by 0.25. So I think that's the one in this kit. M2.5. Yeah, the rest of these are bigger. So really quickly, let's see if this one gets the job done any differently. Go pirate style again. Arr! Arr, friends! Arr! So, all right, so I think this tap is going to be better. This tap is not as gradual. Like, it gets fatter sooner. You know damn well that that's what she said, friends. You know good and well that that's exactly what she said. And yeah, this is also doing something. Like it's just taking a little bit of the powder coating off. And I mean, I think that's all we need. I think like just taking this by hand and just rotating it around a little bit might be all that's needed to kind of clear up these threads so that the screws can go in there. So we will revisit these snow blowers, and I will try to re-tap the one that I stripped out. It's not going to work, but it's worth a shot. And yeah, we'll see if we can get the Ultimate Jungle Gym Basher back on its little fetuses and in the air. Makana Studio says it's called a bottom tap flat on bottom. Flat on bottom. What's that mean? Flat on bottom. Is that what these guys are called? These guys are not flat on the bottom. Are you saying that there are taps where the tip of the tap is flat? Tip of the tap is flat. 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 Tip of the tap is tap. Just give it a little tap. Tap tap taparoo. Just give it a little tap. Just tap it in. Just tap it in. Just give it a little tap. Tap tap tap. Taparoo! Someday, the men are going to come with a white jacket that straps in the rear. Mamacita says, those quad blades haven't had the best reviews, easily snap but quieter. Yeah, all the reviews are kind of like, oh, these are interesting, but they're not great. And that's fine. The fact that they're interesting is really cool. And yeah, we don't get a lot of innovation in propellers, so it's just really neat to try something that's completely different. So I'm super excited. RT says, I don't remember what the canopy was. That's all right. Raviogi says, where do we send it? Just message me and I'll give you my address. just go to CiottiFPV.com. All my contact info is there. Instagram, Facebook, email, all the good stuff. Denzel the Terrible says, see Kestrel FPV's comments about taps above. Kestrel says, need a bottom tap, basically ground off the end for blind holes. Okay, I was kind of thinking about that. I wonder what these taps are made of. If these are made of like machine steel or something like that, it might be hard to flatten it out. But my dad got me 2 kits, which is cool. So I'll sacrifice one of them and just hit it with the Dremel, see if I can flatten this guy out a little bit. And that way, if I ruin one, I still at least have the other one. There's Meccano Studios calling out the same thing, called the bottom tap, flat on bottom. Metal just says all this talk about tapping and reaming of bottoms. RT says correct. Meccano Studios says yes for when the long pointy is too pointy for a shallow hole. Nice. Bob Bruce says it's all in the hips. It's all in the hips. It's all in the hips. Get off of me. Just easing the tension, baby. Just easing the tension. Well, ease it somewhere else. I haven't seen that movie in 15 years, and I still remember most of it line by line by line by line. CMYK says broken taps and blind holes are the worst. All right, yo. So let's talk about Monster Jam. Monster Jam contacted Glide Aerials, a shop in LA, I believe, to cover a bunch of their events. This last, the event Friday, Saturday was the World Finals. So they wanted to have FPV drones for both getting GoPro footage, 4K 60, as well as putting up on the big screen. So live streaming with vistas. First and foremost, Glide Aerials hired Rich Howarth to cover the event, to fly and provide the gear for the event. So Rich built the quads and brought on the other pilots and me as the tech and the visual observers and all that good stuff. So hold on, let me go to iCloud, and then I can pull up some of the shit that I shot on my phone. Come on, damn you. Is that my password? No, it's not. That's not my password either. Come on now. That's the one. Oh shit. I put the password in wrong too many times. Oh man. Now what do I do? I'll try it on Safari. Oh Christ. Hold on. Let me look up the effing password. Yeah, that's the one I put in, yo. What the hell? Come on now. Let's try this again. What? Well, which password do you want, Apple? The computer password or the internet password? What are you doing to me? Hey, we're in. So if I come in here to photos, there should be, and yes, there are. Okay, cool. So I'm just gonna slowly kind of roll through these photos. Wait, let me make sure there's nothing scandalous. I'm sure there's not, but always gotta check. Okay, now we good. RT McKinney, yeah, I know. All right, so the long ride there, it's not a bad ride. It's 5.5 hours from here in northern-ish Georgia to northeastern actually to Nashville, and about halfway there it gets really pretty. You start getting into mountains and the roads start actually turning left and right. And we get to the hotel, and this is the view from our room. We were up on the 11th floor, and there were just these hanging fucking lanterns. Not lanterns, but lights. And so, yeah, it was getting flown for sure. Down in here, so like the white in here, that's the lobby. And then this wooden area, this is actually the second floor. And there was so I waited until the last night to fly it. God forbid I got kicked out of the hotel. And this second floor area here with all the wood floors, there was just nobody there. It was just, I could have flown 100 batteries there. It was amazing. The bar was actually really nice. I had a great drink. I don't remember what was in it, but, you know, that's how you know it was a great drink. Here it is. It was the Giving Tree. White rum, pistachio, lime, and ginger beer. Very strange combo, but it really, really, really worked. For the record, if you're out, if you go to a bar and get a drink, take a picture of the menu. And then you'll know what it was, and you can make it at home for not $18. What do we got here? I don't remember what this is. Here we are at Monster Jam, Nashville. Look at that. Yeah. Rich from Hyperlow is here. He's got all the quads. This is Edwin's bag here. Edwin flies a BPX3 and a QX7, yo. We're brothers from another mother. Carrying DJI Vista to output for the live stream, and then GoPros for 4K. Bunch of the camera guys' gear. I was exhausted. And this is our little world here. Charging batteries, getting everything ready. This should be wild. So, look at these rigs. Look at these rigs, friends. 4 different rigs here, 5-inch. So, look at that. These are 5-inch box frames. So these are 2207s. He has one of them with 2306s. And then, yeah, full box frame that Rich designed and had cut. He doesn't sell it, but if you want a 5-inch box frame, you can probably contact him, tell him Ciotti sent you, and he might just sell it to you. He also has this in 4-inch and 3-inch, and I'm going to get one of these from him in 3-inch to see how that is. So I'm really excited about that. But yeah, 5-inch box frame. This way, if it bumps into the truck, it doesn't stop the propellers. It just bounces off. You know, these are absolutely not meant for flying around people. These would just absolutely destroy someone. There's just zero protection out here from fingers sneaking in there. But that's not what these are for. These are for chasing monster trucks, and good lord, do they do a good job of that. And so yeah, the build is kind of wild. I wish that you could see inside the build, because there are not 1, not 2, but 3 flight controllers in each one of these. And Rich, you know, starts taking these rigs out, and I'm looking at them, and I'm like, because there's a 30x30 stack in the middle, and then there's a 30x30 flight controller, and then in the rear, there's a Vista, but then there's also 2 Talon 20x20 flight controllers in there, stacked up in the rear. And I'm looking at it like, what the hell? And then I flip it over, and there are 3 crossfire antennas. And that was the giveaway. And like, I kind of looked over at Rich, and he's like, yeah, see if you can figure it out. And so I start looking, and I'm like, okay, so these are Talon flight controllers, and I know that you probably picked those on purpose because they have real pit. And he's like, oh, okay. He was like, he couldn't believe I figured it out so quick. And I was like, so, and I said, and then there's 3 nanos, so you must be doing some kind of a fail-safe, but why 2. Why not just one extra flight controller? I'm looking at him, I'm thinking, and I couldn't figure it out. And he's like, yeah, you probably won't be able to figure that part out. And I was like, okay, I give up. So he says, Monster Jam, one of their requirements is to have 2 visual observers, each with a dead man switch to kill the rig. So what Rich is doing is he's feeding power to each one of these flight controllers, using the 5-volt Beck on the flight controller to power the Crossfire Nano. And then so each Crossfire Nano hooked up to the Talon 20x20s are bound to individual transmitters that the visual observers get on opposite sides of the arena. And then they can, if they disarm it, the real pit kicks in and it cuts power to the hold on. We worked a 15-hour day on Friday and a 16-hour day on Saturday. So I'm still just exhausted from it. And he told me right at the beginning of the event how it works. But it doesn't matter. Basically, the real pit cuts the voltage. Oh, that's what it is. I forget. But basically, if either of those dead man transmitters disarm, that Crossfire sees the disarm, triggers the real pit in the flight controller, that then cuts the power to either the work. It basically puts the rig into failsafe. I think it cuts the power to the. So he's got them wired in series. So the real pit on either one of them. So flight controller. If the real pit cuts the power on this one, it cuts the power to this flight controller, which cuts the power to this flight controller and drops it out of the air. If the real pit triggers on this middle flight controller, it cuts the power to the 30x30 flight controller and it falls out of the air. That's how it is. It's just, they're just daisy chained. Yep, that's how it is. So the power comes up from the ESC to the 3rd flight controller in line, and then that powers the next flight controller in line, VBAT, and then that powers the main 30x30 flight controller. And that is how Rich chose to have a dual operator deadman switch on there. I don't know how I would do that. The problem with it is that you have to have 3 Immortal T's and 3 Crossfire Nanos, and RSSI was a little low, and link quality was a little low, and he was kind of thinking that that might have something to do with it. This was kind of like a last minute thing that he did. So yeah. He said if he does it again, if he has to do it again, he'll put the main Crossfire Immortal T away from the other 2 that are on the Deadman switches. So yeah, that was really interesting. I never would have. I feel like I never would have thought to do that. Although I would have just come on here and said, "Hey guys, I need to figure out how to do a Deadman switch on a quad. What do you guys think? How do we do it?" And we would have group thought that shit. But yeah, super interesting way of doing it. The frame has 20x20 mounting, so it was just a matter of putting screws through and then putting the 2 extra 20x20 Talons, and away you go. JRFPV says, what size rig was it? It's a 5-inch box frame. Mainly it's 5-inch to pick up the full-size GoPro 8, 10, 11s that he had, but B, it's for efficiency. I was putting on 6S 3000 kV lithium ion batteries for the races and for the high jump competition, and then for the freestyle competition I was putting on 6S 1500 mAh and 1400 mAh lipos for a little bit more power, because of the freestyle competition they're really going bananas. And yeah, the rigs run really well. I mean, they were going out and doing about 3 or 4 minutes, two or 3 minutes each, and the batteries were coming home at like 4 volts per cell. So they could have easily done like they could have easily run for like 10 minutes up at a time. And yeah, for this setting, you know, hanging out around monster trucks, it doesn't need to be sub 250. They're not flying above people's heads. And it also doesn't really need to be small. Like, it might as well be a 5-inch rig where we know the perfect combination of motor and propeller. So yeah, Rich built 4 of these things, and they performed really well. One of them, David says, why were they coming home so early? I don't know, but early on, Rich just said, all right, let's do 2 trucks per, which ended up being like a really good kind of cycle of putting one up, putting the other one up. It gave Edwin and Rich time to kind of breathe in between, kept me busy, and it kept batteries just blasting away on the charger. Yeah, I was wondering why they were. I was wondering why they weren't doing like a 3rd and a 4th truck. The batteries could have easily handled it, but you know, I was not the PIC. I was not the pilot in charge, so it wasn't my place to say shit. I'm sure Rich had a good reason. I mean, off the top of my head, the reason would be so that like the batteries are always charged all the way up, right? Like, and 2 trucks is a good amount of time, and it was easy to get that. Like, there was never a time that we were missing the next truck. So I mean, it totally worked. Yeah, it was probably just being super conservative, and when you're in a setting like that where there's fireballs and huge audience and all kinds of stuff, it's certainly better to be way conservative than push stuff to the limit and lose a rig out in the dirt. There was really no recovery. Like, if a rig got lost out in the dirt, it was there, and it was going to be there with the Vista powered on, and Crossfire powered on, which could have been kind of annoying. So yeah, better to be super conservative. Metadirtskin says, what is he going to do now that Heli Nation is dead and those Talon FCs are long gone? He didn't want to have to do this dead man switch setup. It was just something that Monster Jam told him kind of last minute. He doesn't like it. He doesn't like having visual observers with the ability to kill the rig. So I have a feeling he's going to be taking it out. But yeah, if he ever needs to do it again, he's kind of got the setup. But yeah, he was not super happy about having it set up, because it introduces so many more opportunities for failure, right? You've got, like, if any of the 5-volt Becks die, the whole thing dies. If one of the visual observers bumps the transmitter and disarms it, the rig, like, there's just, yeah, there's just way too many opportunities for these rigs to drop out of the sky because of this wacky system. Focus FPV with a $5 super chat. Thank you, brother. He says, Grind Arena, let's go. Evening, Ciotti and all. Thank you, brother. Let's get that on the board. 16 becomes 21. Thank you, dude. Very cool of you. Much appreciated. So yeah, super interesting setup. Let's, what do we got next here? What do we got next? Here's the trucks rolling through that. So we were like super backstage. It was really cool. Nitromethane burning, basically top fuel engines. They're kind of detuned top fuel engines, I believe. The old digger of graves, but look at this! The little fellas, the little guys. They did like a little kids race beforehand, and so I posted this on my Instagram, and then Rob Timko said that Tiny Timko, one of the younger FPV pilots, they went to one of the monster jams, and little Tiny Timko won the race on these little guys. Rob was like, yeah, Tiny Timko is a Gravedigger champion. Here comes Maximum Destruction, I believe this is. There's the old press pass now hanging on the wall. That's my passport photo there. This was... yes, Maggie was like eating delicious food out with her friends, and I was eating slop, but it was actually half decent slop. What do we got here? What do we got here? Practice? Yeah, it's practice. So this is Friday. Just sort of a practice day. Over here is kind of where we were set up. I think you'll get a better look at it on one of the next ones. Yeah, here's some of the trophies that were, again, we were like super backstage. It was pretty cool. I took a picture of Erod's bag for some reason, I guess as proof that he's also running a BPX3. There's the man! Eradio, as Joshua Bardwell once pronounced his name by accident. Edwin's such a cool cat, man. And so there's the Christmas tree for the racing and whatnot. So yeah, here's our little setup. We had this, like, they weren't using this little beer cart, so we took it over and used it as a table. I think this is Friday, the practice. There's E-Ride's QX7. There's the two rigs, and yeah, this is getting everything set up, getting the smart controllers set up and everything. Here's Richard from Hyperflow. There he is. And what else do we got here? Yeah, look at this sign, yo. Notice, drone in use, Nissan Stadium. Official. We had 3 of these signs. It was really cool. So yeah, there's Edwin and Rich. And here's some flying for you. On the big screen, there it is. I think that was Edwin up in the air. Yeah, exact same setup as me. Smart controllers and Vistas. Because, yeah, the O3 system is still a little bit of a nightmare. Here are the 6S 3000 lithium-ion batteries that we were running for the majority of the event until the end. And yeah, there's the rig in all of its glory. And there are the 3 Immortal T antennas. And Rich designed a simple little TPU mount for them. Wackiest setup, man. Super, super, super strange, but I mean, served the purpose, you know. Oh yeah, this is Rich. Yeah, there's some of the racing there. Edwin's up in the air for this one. Yeah, there I is. There I is in my little drone tech table. This is a little case for the smart controller that's really nice. So I took a picture of it too, so I can search for it on the Amazon. Yeah, look at this case. It's got a spot for the little charger, and then it's got little indents so you can leave the thumbsticks on that you're never, ever, ever going to use because you fly FPV. What am I saying here? Before the storm of the Monster Jam finals here in Nashville, in not very long, this will be filled with 11 billion screaming monster truck fans. Monday night's live stream. Blah 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 blah. There we go. Here we go. This is a good one. Scenes of Monster Jam. Monster Jam 2023, Nashville, Tennessee. There it is. You have to. I mean, it was, man, it was quite the crowd. Yo, look. I'll just leave it at that. It's a giant cell checker. Tell me that doesn't look like the world's biggest cell checker, yo. What else we got? Monster Jam. I want these fans to hear it straight from the horse's mouth. So this was Friday. It was VIP day. If you paid more for tickets, you could come out on Friday and watch them qualify and get VIP stuff. So the yeah, the stands were not filled. But on Saturday, it wasn't like a sold out show, but man, there were easily 10,000 people there. It was ridiculous. Yeah, there's like a full-size school bus there, which is lifted up on a bunch of dirt, and then these fucking trucks were jumping 30 feet higher than this. 28.6 feet was the high jump champion of this event. So yeah, from the top of this bus to the bottom of their tires was a 28 or 29 foot gap. Absolutely outrageous. So it was supposed to rain Friday, but it didn't. Saturday we didn't get as lucky. It started pouring rain on Saturday. A big storm came through. There was a shelter-in-place order. It was blowing signs over. You'll actually notice over here, this is where that beer cart was. Like, this is our setup here. There's an easy up frame. We took the canopy off. Here's our little table. Here's our chairs laid down on their backs. This is where that beer cart was. You can see the radar is up on the screen. The wind came in and blew that beer cart down the hill, and it slammed into one of these fences. It was scary as shit. So yeah, we got a whole bunch of rain like as soon as things got started on Saturday, but then it dried up. It rained for about a half an hour. It dried up, and then we were able to get going. This is one of the guys that was running the pyrotechnics. There were a couple of cool dudes. There's a sheltering in place. And then, yeah, here's after all the rain. It was just disgusting, man. It was just one big mud pit. So, yeah, the trucks were kind of traction limited, unfortunately, but they still get a decent amount of grip. If you're ever wondering what the crowd looks like at a Monster Jam show, here it is. I just turned the camera on and walked through the main area. So this is now Saturday. Once like the general admission folks had been let in, and yeah, this is what a Monster Jam audience looks like. In case you were wondering what there you go. What else we got here? This was the catering on the last day. This was the worst of the catering, but whatever. Food is food. What do we got here? Oh, so here's the freestyle. He's doing a big endo. He's just balanced up on the front wheels. And he just came down. There's Rich flying. Some Instagram stuff. What do we got here? This should be slow motion. There's so this was world record, actually. This one jumped over 9 other monster trucks. I don't know what the distance was, but it was a tremendous distance. And then, of course, absolutely no way to get it stopped. Although the front suspension completely imploded when he hit the ground, making it even more impossible to stop. And then he just bashed into the guardrail over there. But apparently they set a world record with that. This was pretty nutty. So all that fire was nuts. This cannon all the way on the left. This one. That one on the left. Holy Christ. They set that thing off a couple times to test it. It was 4 of those giant pressure vessels. And it was easily like 40 or 50 feet of fire. And it was so hot and so bright and just like, it was just on, just boom. And so, yeah, that was that was crazy. And I was up top with the guys that were setting it off. So that was pretty cool. This was the last, this was the final race. So they saved that thing. They didn't set it off all the time. They set it off like 3 times. So yeah, that was the final race where they set off the big flame cannon. And then this is just us kind of hanging. Doing some things. Now it's starting to get a little bit darker. And the stadium lights are LED, so they can strobe them off and on. It's really crazy looking. There's the build. Yeah, look how wild that looks with the entire stadium lights strobing off and on. Wild, wild, wild stuff. I can't believe they've got LEDs bright enough to light up a whole stadium. That's incredible. More freestyle stuff. Jesus. The amount of height that they get is just absurd. That's Zombie there with the arms up front. What else? What else? What else? We should be coming towards the end here. So this is them telling everybody in the audience to turn your phones on and do your phone flashlights on and wave them around. That was kind of cool, but it's hard to capture that. Drone in use, bro! Look how official. And then I think this is like the finale. Yep. Firework finale. Flames. Chaos. America. They made sure every 30 or so minutes to say something along the lines of, "We'd like to thank all of our military." They did. It was just the most American thing in the entire world. It was just so incredibly American. And then, yeah, this is me getting a thumbnail for the inevitable edit of diving the hotel. So that was the I did fly it with the walk snail rig. I did 2 batteries on the walk snail rig. It did not quite have the power to weight ratio to cleanly pull out of the dives like the analog rig did that you saw in the intro to the live stream here today. There's the analog rig. I don't know what I'm going to do for the edit. Maybe I'll do one of each. But yeah, this was from the 11th floor looking down. And I was flying from right up here. I was just standing right in there, and nobody gave a shit. Nobody heard it. I mean, I'm sure somebody heard it, but it's not an obnoxious noise. And just nobody cared. The beauty of Tiny Whoops. And then, yeah, Maggie and I went to the... we did a bunch of stuff. You guys don't care about that. And yeah, we had a good time. So that was my Friday and Saturday. It was it was a good lesson in checking my ego at the door. And I'm really glad for the opportunity. I worked my ass off. I was the best drone tech that there ever could be. And so hopefully in the future, you know, Richard knows that I'm a fucking rock star and I can do drone tech stuff and I can also fly and whatever. So hopefully in the future I get to work with him because he's a super cool cat. But yeah, admittedly it was I had to like really just be like, nope, it's this is a good opportunity. You're not always going to be the like the primary. Just suck it up, Buttercup. So yeah, it was a good weekend. It was a really good weekend. Hopefully I'll get paid a little bit of overtime. Because yeah, I think I pretty much broke even from the amount of money that I made versus what the trip cost. I think I basically broke even, which is fine. Maggie had a great time. I had a blast. I worked my ass off. And I'm like I said earlier, I'm completely exhausted, but yeah, so hopefully I'll get a little bit of overtime because we just 15-hour day and 16-hour day. And that'll be nice because then I'll have come out ahead, which is obviously what you want when you're trying to do something for a job. So yeah, we'll see what happens. CMYK says, "Oh my god, much hearing protection required." You know, they're not that loud. They are nowhere near as loud as Top Fuel dragsters or funny cars. My guess would be that they make, well, let's see. I'm gonna take a guess that they make between. I'm gonna take a guess that they make around 2,000 horsepower. How much HP do monster trucks make? Oh, wow, okay. So 1,500, which kind of makes sense, right? Because the Top Fuel dragsters make 4, 5, 6,000 horsepower, but the engines need to be rebuilt every 6 seconds. And I'm not even kidding, because it takes them 6 or less seconds to go down the quarter mile, and then they turn the engine off, and it has to be rebuilt. These monster trucks have to run for more than 6 seconds. The freestyle runs, for example, are 120 seconds, and then they just don't have the ability to pull the engine and rebuild the entire engine after every single run, right? So they have to really pull I mean, that's one of the best ways to make a gasoline burning engine last longer, is you make less horsepower. So yeah, I'm not totally surprised that I can't believe I'm about to say this, but they only make 1,500 horsepower. 1,500 horsepower is loud, but it's not that loud. It's not hearing protection loud. NHRA, Top Fuel, and Funny Cars, do not forget hearing protection. Do not. You will actually suffer hearing damage. And the really evil thing about hearing damage is it's cumulative. If you get a little bit of hearing damage today, it never heals. And if you get a little bit more tomorrow and a little bit the next day, eventually it's going to pile up and you're not going to be able to hear shit anymore. So don't play around with that. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I've had loud cars for a long time, and I've listened to loud music, and I've played drums. So I probably have some hearing damage as it is. So yeah, for other people, 1,500 horsepower from a supercharged V8 blasting through. They don't have zoomies. Zoomies are just the individual pipes coming out of each cylinder. They don't have zoomies anymore. They do have a 4-into-1 collector and then a tiny little muffler, but it's barely a muffler. So they are still pretty loud. But for me, they weren't all that loud. So I wonder what cubic inch the engines are. It's not a spec engine, so they probably different trucks probably have different engines, but it's almost certainly mega cubic inch, like 500 plus cubic inch. Let me see if it says it here anywhere. Oh my god, they're 12,000 pounds. Jesus. Let's see, what cubic inch are monster truck engines? Yeah, 572. 572, 540. Oh boy. So so 572 cubic inches. The engine in my Mazda 2 is, hold on. It is it's 91 cubic inches. And it's naturally aspirated. Yeah, so there you go. There to give you some sense of scale. It's the same as 27, 36, 45, 54. 6 Mazda 2 engines with a massive Weiland positive displacement blower up on top. 572 cubic inches, Jesus Christ, on a cracker. I think that's similar to the size of pro stock drag racing engines. I believe they're up in the 500 cubic inches. They're naturally aspirated. I'm actually more I'm more impressed by the pro stock cars than the Top Fuel cars, because the pro stock cars do a lot with a little. Top Fuel and Funny Cars do a lot with a lot. But yeah, the pro stock cars go real fast with a naturally aspirated 500 plus cubic inch donkey. CMYK says that dive looked incredible in your stories. Thank you so much, brother. I can't wait to actually edit that up. Danzel the Terrible says those cables hanging over the stadium would be a nightmare. There was only one. There was a cable cam, and it was all the way like towards us, and everybody knew exactly where it ran from and to, and it was also up high enough that it was never an issue. We took off and stayed low over the seats. They took off, stayed low over the seats, and there was like 50 feet easy up to that cable cam. And then when they were out on the dirt, the director just wanted low angle stuff from them, so they were always down really low. So the cable cam and the cable itself was never an issue at all. CMYK says Edwin's radio is tricked out. It is. So Erod and I met Erod when before anybody knew who he was, and he was just getting started in flying, and he painted his QX7 like that. It's painted like an X-wing kind of. And I saw a picture of it on Instagram, I think, and I messaged him and I said, "Hey man, I've got an extra white QX7 case. What would you charge to paint it like yours?" And he he replied, he was like, "Wow, I never even thought about doing it. Like I just kind of did my own. I wouldn't even know what to charge you. Maybe like $100." And I was like, "All right, cool. That sounds good." But then I never sent it to him. But that's how we started talking. And then I basically told him like, "All right, cool." Like this was early days, when I was like super broke. I was like, "Cool. When I have the money, I'll hit you back up." And then yeah, we just like kind of kept in touch, and we've kept in touch ever since. So yeah, super cool. Really cool cat. Really nice guy. I consider myself lucky to call him a friend. EVAPV's in the house. She says, "What's up? $55 in gas. Rip, LOL." Yeah, indeed. We took Big Booty Judy, the TSX wagon, which does not get great gas mileage because it's a big heavy bitch with a 2.4 liter 4-cylinder K24A engine in it. So yeah, gas was awful expensive. Denzel is terrible says, "Wait, how much did it cost you? That ain't right." No, it's okay. I mean, you know, Maggie came with me, right? So all of our food prices doubled, and we got some really good food, and we went to some cool places, and we did a little bit of shopping. So yeah, it's fine. RT says usually 500 cubic inch. EVFPV says all that weight is probably in the tires too. Yo, the tires. The wheels and tires are incredibly heavy. Jesus. Menardson says 572 cubic inches is a lot for a car. I guess Rolls-Royce Merlin has entered the chat. And just like that, we're all caught up. And it's 11:22, so let's get to the goddamn giveaways, yo. Ha! All right. What do I do now? I haven't done giveaways in an entire month. I forget how to do it. Google Chrome, please. Yes, it saved my window. All right, so 661 is going to go on the wheel twice. I left myself a note here. One of the perks of joining Patreon is you'll get full access to the Discord channel. And one of the forums on there, one of the text channels, I should say, is called... I forget what it's called. It's called the Video Collective. In the Video Collective, you can post your flying, your edits, your good stuff, and the beautiful people in the chat will be able to watch it and tell you that you're awesome, and to keep making more and more edits. But also, when I do the giveaways, I will pull your shit up and play it while I'm clicking some buttons to get everybody onto the giveaway thing. So we've got an iGao edit from CMYK that I just pulled up. We've got a couple from CMYK. I try to play like one per person, so I'm going to play the most recent one from CMYK called 7 Tricks. Hopefully that's the one that he wants me to play. Then we've got B-Man with the FPV Warp, which looks pretty slick. Let's pull that up. Oops. And pause it real quick here. B-Man's been shredding lately. And then we got a little bit of Bob Noxious. He's got a session 5 now. Let's see how it looks, yo. All right, cool. So I got these 3 queued up here. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of copyright-free music. And I'm going to put them on. I'm going to drop the links to these 3 beautiful bastards. We're going to do... Actually, I'm going to drop all 3 links right now. Get your asses over and subscribe to these guys' channels, or else you know I'll come to your house and attack you with a chair and a shovel. Yeah, go check those out in proper resolution. OBS is going to massacre them. David says, how do I enter the giveaways? You go to CiottiFPV.com and you join my Patreon. It's kind of too late at this point because I'm about to do the thing. But the 4th giveaway is open to anyone, and it's super chat based. I'll explain it once we do the other 3 giveaways. So stick around for a minute. I'd love you to join the Patreon, but you're probably not going to get it done quick enough for me to get you on the wheel. But I mean, you can certainly try it. Yeah. EvaFPV says, if you're giving anything away with ELRS and the person doesn't have a transmitter, I think I have at least 1 DIY transmitter left I can throw in. I'm not doing anything ELRS tonight, but next time we hang out, if you bring that, it'll certainly go in an upcoming giveaway. That's very cool. Get on over to Eva's channel and subscribe over there as well. And just search EVAFPV, you'll find it. All right, cool. Make sure this music isn't awful. This sounds all right. All right, cool. Enjoy this. I'm going to get the giveaways set up, friends. I'll be back in a minute or 2. And here we go. Enough of that song forever. I wish you could like thumbs down songs on Epidemic Sounds. I dropped all 3 of those links in the chat. Click them. Go show those folks some love. They're 3 of the most OG folks that we've got in the chat that have been super supporters for a long, long time. So go show them some love. Subscribe to their channels. You're going to see some stuff that you absolutely fall in love with. Great people, great pilots, doing some good shredding. All right, cool. We are all set up here. Let's dive right on in. So, just gonna move some stuff around real quick here. And all right, cool. So the first the first giveaway here is the Tiny Whoop and Toothpick giveaway. Look at all those people's names on those little tickets there. This is what you're playing for, friends. We've got a ton of goodies in the Tiny Whoop giveaway here. Ready? We've got a whole bunch of stickers. FPV Exchange. We Bleed FPV. FPV Exchange card. Broken Prop Crew sticker. We Bleed FPV jersey sticker. We Strive, We Fly, We Bleed. Little holographic action. Brain 3D holographic. And then we've got a We Bleed FPV koozie. You know you need something to keep your beer from getting all sweaty. SaltCityRacing.com. This is We Bleed's old URL. Older sticker from them. We Bleed FPV, a little rubberized magnet thing. Super cool. Shout out to We Bleed for sending all the cool stuff. We've got a Mobula 7V3 frame with the big battery bay that'll take a 2S battery. So the thing says Meteor 75, but it's not actually a Meteor 75. Maybe it is. I don't know. It's a 75mm frame that's got a spot for a big fat 2S battery. We've got a fresh set of Newbie Drone Nitro Nectar Gold 300s. And then we've got a set of motor screws here and a rolled pin PH 2.0 connector for those Newbie Drone batteries, little whip antenna, UFL. And now we've got a whole bunch of propellers. We've got the 65mm HQ tri-blades. We've got a set of the 1.6-inch Gem Fan tri-blades that'll work with that frame. A set of the brand new Gem Fan 1608 quad blades, which will also work with that frame. And then we've got a bunch of 65mm props. We've got the old school Gem Fan 35 pitch. We've got the new school Gem Fan 8 pitch. And then we've got... these are the 35mm frame props for that slightly bigger Beta FPV frame. And the big donger in this giveaway is a set of Gore V2s. 0702, 28,500. These are some of the best Tiny Whoop motors. Damn you. Damn you. Didn't know that was still playing. Some of the best Tiny Whoop motors
in the world.
And somebody's going to win them. And that person's name is not going to get blown away here. There it is! Hella G's is hanging in on the right side there. Kevin Sumner down the bottom. Michael D on the left. Hella G's is gone. Wooden Props on the right. Kevin Sumner's still hanging in. Wooden Props is gone. Rob K is gone. Jason Kim, congratulations. You have won a bunch of really cool Tiny Whoop stuff. Let me write your name down here. And I'll send it out. Also, again, huge shout out to We Bleed FPV for those motors and a bunch of other stuff. Also, Jason is going to win, I forgot to show this, is going to win a We Bleed FPV t-shirt. FPV has no boundaries, borders rather, that's made of this like really cool, really breathable black material. So yeah, I got a couple different sizes. I'm going to message Jason and see what size he is. Hopefully I have the right size. Also, all 3 of the Patreon winners are going to get to pick a lanyard and head strap, courtesy of Broken Prop Crew, as a part of their giveaway winning. So yeah, all of you guys that win are going to be getting Patreon messages asking which of those you want and what your t-shirt size is. There's also going to be a green Fly Tribe shirt in the mix. It is extra large, so hopefully somebody that wins is an extra large, because that t-shirt is going to them. Jason Kim, congratulations. You are the first winner of the night. Next up is the 3-inch micro brushless and Cinewhoop tier. And I've got that right over here. Here are the folks. Let's take a look at what we're playing for. We've got the same sticker pack. Ah! I was doing so good. Ah! All right. There's all the stickers. We've got 3 sets of... What are these? These are GemFan 3020Rs, 3020. These are phenomenal, slightly higher pitch toothpick propellers. We've got a set of these really cool new Emax Avia 3630. This is a big boy, 3.5-inch, 3.6-inch propeller. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1.5 sets of the best Cinewhoop props, which are the GemFan D76s, 2 Rush Cherry MMCX antennas, a set of GemFan Flash 2540s, a little Caddx ant camera, and then we've got a set of 4 Flywoo Robo 1202.5. These old eyes are not holding up. 11,500 kV motors. Set of 4 of these little guys. Whoop, with little short cables. No connectors. They're going to have to solder them on. That is our $10 a month micro brushless, 3-inch micro brushless and Cinewhoop tier giveaway. Here are all the names of the beautiful people that are on this tier. If you ask me, this is the tier to be on, yo. $10 a month. That's like less than 20 cents per hour of live streaming. I know you got 20 cents an hour. I know you do. All right, friends, let's see who wins. Ed K is down the bottom. Aaron FPV is off on the left. They're both safe so far. Monty FPV just got blown away by right in front of my very eyes. Everybody got blown away other than the one and only Kenneth Deli. Hell yeah. Ken, congratulations. A brother from another mother down in Florida. Awesome. Harbles FPV, one of my favorite FPV names ever. Congratulations, Ken. Ken actually came up when I moved into this house and did a shitload of electrical work for me. And we had a blast, hung out, and yeah, super cool dude. We went out and flew a bunch. We had an absolutely great time. Me, him, and the one and only P. Richard Scott. So yeah, man. All right, next up, we've got a simple one here for the 5-inch giveaway, and I gotta be honest, man, there's not a lot of people that are in this giveaway, and you're all gonna be, all of the folks that are not on this tier, you're gonna be very jealous as to what's about to be won. Stickers! It's an Apex frame, yo. A fucking Apex frame! A $100 5-inch frame for the 5-inch tier giveaway. Look at that. Look at that. A whole Impulse RC Apex frame with all the stuff. It's not bagged up or anything anymore. It's all in pieces, but it's all there. Somebody sent it to me a while ago, and I put it together and kind of checked it out. And I was thinking about doing a build with it, but it was just kind of heavy compared to the Glide, and I'm just sort of all in on the Glide. So I decided to throw it in a bag, and it's been sitting in the box for a while. So yeah, yo, somebody's about to win a $100 frame, which is just an absurd amount of money for a frame, but it is a hell of a good frame. Let's see who that person is. They're all written out here. Look how few tickets there are. Look how good your chances would be of winning this Apex frame if you just join the $20 a month tier. $20 a month is a lot, in fairness. Like, these guys are super supporters, and I appreciate it so much. You can get in to win stuff like this, 5-inch parts, at the $20 and up tier. If you get to $30, which is $1 a day, you're gonna get entered into all of the tiers. So for $20, you'll get entered to win 5-inch stuff. For $30, you get entered to win Tiny Whoop toothpick stuff, 3-inch micro brushless and Cinewhoop stuff, and 5-inch stuff. Totally up to you. I love everything that you beautiful bastards do. If that's clicking the thumbs up, if that's just hanging out and lurking in the shadows, it's all good. It all helps, and I love it so much. But there are some good prizes on these higher tiers. Let's see who's going to win this one. The GOAT is tired, but the propellers on this quad are not. Kevin Sumner's in the top right corner. Off axis is top right as well. They're both safe. Oh, one of them might win. It's between them and Parker. It's Kevin Sumner. Congratulations, brother. You're getting an Apex frame, Kevin. I'm going to have to ship this all the way. You're in California, right? I'm pretty sure he's in California. To Cali, Florida. Congratulations, brother. Sumner. I got to meet Kevin and hang with Kevin a ton at Rampage this year. It was rad. He's a cool dude. All right, yo. Those are the 3 Patreon-specific giveaways. But we've got one more giveaway. And that is open to anyone. It is Super Chat and PayPal based. $5 per ticket. That's it. Go. You can do a Super Chat or a PayPal. Every $5 starting now gets you a ticket that the quad is going to hopefully not blow away. Here's what you're playing for. It's going to be a set of CiottiFPV skateboard grip tape transmitter grips for whatever transmitter you've got in whatever color you've got. It's going to be a t-shirt of your choosing, either one of those We Bleed shirts, or if you're an extra large, the Fly Tribe shirt. It's also going to be a Rotor Riot bracelet / lipo balance lead holder thing in teal. This was a Rampage exclusive, so it'll be as if you went to Rampage. We've got this awesome little Speedy Bee thing. If you do not have one of these if you do not have some sort of a Speedy Bee adapter in your flight bag, you're just pounding on your penis with a hammer. You need Speedy Bee in your life. It's without a laptop, it can change a lot of things that you can't change in the OSD. Vifly Short Saver 2. If you do not have one of these in your toolbox, you are pounding on your pee-pee with a garden hoe. A set of... I don't even know what these are. Are these 5143s? I'm pretty sure these are 5143s. It's actually 3 sets, I believe, in here. Of... Hey! 5143s. These are my favorite freestyle propellers. The 5152s as well. Looks like 2, maybe 3 sets of these. And then we've got, oh yeah, a couple of bent and straight fine-tipped tweezers. Really nice little backup set, or throw it in your flight bag so you don't have to keep jacking the ones off your desk. We've got a Runcam Micro Eagle lens. You probably won't be able to use it, but it's going to be in there. And then we've got all of those same stickers. Shout out to WeBleedFPV. Ha! Hey! Hoo! Ha! Ho! And then the nice little rubberized WeBleedFPV magnet. And a little 90-degree MMCX to SMA. That's it, friends. That's your Super Chat and PayPal-based giveaway for the evening. Bunch of propellers, Short Saver 2, skateboard transmitter grip tape grips, little jibby jabby here, Short Saver 2, and some Speedy Bee action. Bunch of just good stuff to have that hopefully you need. As a reminder, I am still looking for the 4-port version of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's it. It looks a lot like that. I should just take a saw and just cut this thing off right at this line. It'll probably be fine. It won't be fine. This is the Lumineer Paraguard. It's easy to tell because it's white. Ask your friends for me. If there's anybody local to you, ask them if they have the 4-port version of this. And if they do, I'll trade them the 6-port, or I'll just straight up pay them. Because, yeah, I really want this put in the 4-port version. And I'm having a devil of a time finding it. Ravi Yogi with a $5 super chat. We're about to dive into all these super chats. Let me just pull this down here. And, all right, so 661FPV goes on the wheel twice because last month I missed him. So we got him up there already. Come on. Get in there. There we go. All right, Freelo Joe with a $10 super chat. He says, 1 for me and 1 respin. You got it, my man. Freelo Joe, you are going there. And then we got respin. Bring this up so you guys can check me. Eyes are bothering me. Man, can't see coming into work today. Oh, wait, I'm already working. Hey, because you guys, I got the best job ever. We got Freelo Joe and Respin. Good to go. Thank you, brother. Hockey Rounds with a $5 super chat. He's in. Thank you, brother. Yeah, hold on. Let me make a bunch of spaces here. All right, Hockey Rounds, you're in. Raviogi FP with a $5 super chat. He says, I want in on the Gangely goods. Well, you got in, my friend. You are in. Adam Weston with a $5 super chat. He says, oh, yeah. I don't know if he said it just like that, but I certainly did. Where the hell's my email? Hold on. It's not running. That's weird. Frank Nicholas with a $10... What's the website called? PayPal. Thank you, Frank. You're going to wheel 2 times. Once. Twice. I got a little bit of David Parrow. He's going on here once. Thank you, brother. There we are. All right, there you go, David. And we've got a little bit of Hypnos FPV with a $5 PayPal. I almost said YouTube. That was weird. You were on the wheel, my friend. Thank you, brother. And then we got a little bit of Metal Dirtskin with a $15 PayPal. He wants something in here. Thank you, Metal. We're putting you on here once, twice, 3 times. CMYKFPV with a $10 PayPal. He says, 1 for me and 1 for the most recent Patreon sub. All right, let's see. Let's see what I can do here. CMYKFPV, you are on the wheel. Who is the most recent patron? It's Night Rav, and he became a patron at 10:20. So because of the one and only CMYKFPV, Night Rav, you... It's Raviogi. Night Rav is Raviogi. So I'm going to grab up here, and I'm going to put him on 1 extra time. There it is. All right, who's next? Who's next? What is this email? No. That's too low of a KV. Don't do that. Oh, that's a shame. That's okay. All right, good to go here. And so we've got Raviogi. Hold on. I think I got do I have Raviogi on here one too many times? I think I do. Yeah, okay. So Raviogi did a 5er here. All right, I put him on one too many times. I got a little click happy. Okay, so we got Raviogi on there once, and then he's the most recent Patreon. So we got him on here again, thanks to CMYK. And then I've got Adam Weston on here, or do I? I see what happened. I tried to copy and paste Adam Weston, but it didn't, and it just repasted Raviogi. Okay, so let's get it right this time. Adam Weston, I'm getting you on here for real this time. There we go. Thank you, brother. Danzel the Terrible says, 1 for me, 1 for Caveman, and 1 for CMYK. All right, so we got Danzilla. And here we go. We got 1 for him, 1 for Caveman, and 1 for CMYK FPV. If you guys ever need graphic design done and I find out that you went to anyone other than CMYK FPV, I think we're good to go. Kevin Sumner says, PayPal also I'm in North Carolina. That's right, you're in North Carolina. Why did I think you were in California? Holy shitting shitbags. Kevin Sumner sent $50 over on PayPal. He says, 2 for me and the rest to get your Grinderino on. Awesome. First and foremost, let's put Kevin on here 2 times. And damn, brother. Thank you. So that means 40 is going into the Grinderoo fund, which brings us up to $61. Look at us go. Thank you, brother. Very cool. Last call, friends. You got about 30 seconds, and I click the button, and the props spin. A bunch of tickets get blown away. One of them remains, and that person wins a bunch of stuff. Whoever did an order on Weebleed and remembered to hit the affiliate link, thank you very much. Just saw the email. And damn, 2 people today. Okay. You guys are the best. Emax is doing 30% off clearance for the 4th of July. Interesting. Newbie Drone is doing some stuff. 5% off. Not bad. That's about all I'm seeing here. All right, friends. Here we go. Let's do this. We're going to hit submit. All the names are now on the tickets. The GOAT is at the ready. Any second now. Let's see who it is. Kevin Sumner's on the left. He just got blown away immediately. CMYK's in the bottom middle. Caveman's all the way down the bottom. Frank Nicholas is in the bottom of the quad. 661 is off to the right. Respin is all the way off to the right. Danzilla, terrible top left. He's gone. Hypnos on the left. Everybody went away, and it's Respin. We are going to play again. And... oh. The GOAT went... Raviogi's on the top left. David Parrow's on the left. Raviogi on the bottom left. Frank Nicholas to the left there. Frank's gone. Kevin Sumner's hanging in on the right. Metal Dirtskin top right. He got blown away. Raviogi wins! Congratulations, dude. You've won a whole bunch of things. Raviogi, I need you to do a little bit of work. I need you to message me with your address. And, I mean, everybody that wins needs to get in touch with me for the lanyards and the goggle straps. Everybody wins those. But I also need Raviogi. I need your t-shirt size. And if you're not on my Patreon as Raviogi, I need like your address and whatnot. So just hop over to CiottiFPV.com, shoot me off an Instagram message or whatever, and just let me know your t-shirt size. There's a post on Patreon. I'll send you the link, but there is a post on Patreon with a picture of all of the lanyards and head straps. Pick your favorites, and yeah. But I message all of you beautiful people with the link to that to make your lives a little bit easier. So you can just wait for that. It'll be a Patreon message, so make sure you're checking your Patreon message. Raviogi, Raviogi, Congratulations, brother. You got some fun stuff coming to you. Your gear bag is gonna have lots of fresh gear in it, and I'm excited about that because it's important, yo. That's it, my friends. Those are the giveaways. We ate up the entire live stream farting around with the giveaways, but that's okay because it was a giveaway stream. We did a little recap on Monster Jam. A couple of good questions. Hung out. Everybody likes a full bag. Oh boy. And yeah, what else could you want from your Monday night? What's happening? Get off of me. Get off of me, stray hairs. Look, my tiny whoops have little snow hats on now. Courtesy of tinywhoop.com. Get your own little snow hats over on tinywhoop.com. Or live a miserable life, because your life without these little tiny whoop hats sucks. Let's just be honest. Without these in your life, you're markedly less happy. I guarantee you that you will be more happy in your life by buying these. And in your order notes, make sure you write CiottiFPV sent me and forced me to buy these beautiful little snow hats. Kiz Bartlett says, when is Jesse going to get more of those massive ass protectors that look like bee suits? What the hell is that? What's a massive ass protector that looks like a bee suit? I legitimately have no clue what that is, what that means. What else? We got a couple extra minutes. What else? I don't know what else, man. The workbench is all clogged up because these snowblower motors kind of blew up. I'm tired, yo. I'm gonna end the stream a couple minutes early. I love you guys. It's only 4 minutes early. I'm gonna give you guys a little bit more fly. Actually, here. Let's. So this was. Oh no! Why did it get cut off? Oh, because I forgot the. That's right. I forgot the antenna for the damn ELRS. So this was the first attempt at and it it did not go as smoothly as I thought. This does not look all that challenging. I promise you it is. This was incredibly difficult. The wires are completely invisible in analog. Everything is happening above you, and I don't have a lot of up tilt. So this was rough, man. And the hardest thing was up and down looked exactly the same. Like I was having such a hard time telling. So you can see it there. Like I couldn't quite figure out what was up and what was down. So yeah, this first battery was a little bit rough, and I was really trying not to fall in back there with the elevators, because it would probably sort of be game over. But I did a little bit of freestyling on these first and second batteries. But yeah, I mean, the showstopper was just going all the way 22 stories up and then diving straight down. So as I flew more and more, I just realized, like, hey, that's what I should be doing. This was tough. This was really, like, it was weirdly nerve-wracking. I have no idea why. I think just because it was an extremely difficult dive, and the both tiny whoops were really not cooperating. They were winding up. Like you can really see it charging forward when I'm facing down. I don't know why. You saw me in the OSD there in the menu. I turned the PIDs down a little bit to try to get it to just chill out. But yeah, I was unable to get just a straight up nose down dive. It kept wanting to. It kept winding up and charging forward. So I had to like drive it down the damn things. But that I kind of liked the way that looked. So yeah, no real complaints. I'm pretty happy with with the end result. But yeah, look at this. Look at this, like, ripping around, man. Just charging around these cool, like, polished floors, and this is amazing. And, like, nobody bothered me. I was here for like a half an hour just putting batteries in. We could have had a flight line here. Like, me, Rich, and Erod, if those two had tiny whoops, we could have sat here and done this all damn night. Unfortunately, like, they were so tired, they just went to sleep. I had to do this. This was Saturday night. I was just so tired, though. I mean, we were on site for 16 hours on Saturday doing Monster Jam things, and then I came back and did this. So I was pretty shot. All I had in me was 4 analog batteries and 2 walk snail batteries. I'll show you the walk snail batteries on Whoop Wednesday, I think. And I forgot, I wanted to dive down that little channel that I was just in. But this is pretty cool, dropping elevation through these things. It was just so difficult to see the wires and avoid those wires. I couldn't believe how difficult this was. I thought it would be like super straightforward and easy, but it really wasn't. It was really challenging. But incredibly fun. This is the 32,000 kV rig, of course. What I'm realizing is I really need to get 32,000 kV motors on the, I thought I could throw it back up over myself, but I didn't quite give it enough. I need that walk snail rig to have 32,000 kV motors on it. I really do. That was so disorienting in the goggles. Kind of disorienting just watching it here, too. Ready? Hup! That looks like it's down, but it's not. That's down. It's just... Yeah, this is wild. This is crazy. Like, I don't know if I've ever been... I don't know if I've ever flown a spot that is taller than it is wide. And I think that's what made it so, like, kind of just disorienting. And I really wanted to go ham with freestyle, but I just didn't want to lose the rig. And, like, I don't know. I was just exhausted, and it was only like 12. Like, if this was like 3 a.m., I would have gone totally ape shit. But it was only like 12 o'clock, so I could like hear people down below me in the lobby. And I mean, you know, it's a 26 gram all up tiny whoop, so like, what's it gonna do? But at the same time, like, you know, I don't want to get yelled at. I'm fucking 42 years old. But I'm very glad that I stayed up and did this. This was just incredible. What a ridiculous spot to get to fly. It was weird, man. Like, oh god, look at that. It's so crazy. It was also getting yaw washout, just a little bit. So I had to be a little bit careful how I took it out of the dive. But yeah, man, my heart was going, dude. I was like sweaty palms and like crazy heartbeat. I don't know why it was so... Yeah, I mean, it's just a tiny whoop. This was the safest spot to start the dive from because there was the biggest gap there. And yeah, you can see, like, I'm zero throttle the whole time, and it's just charging forward. Like, it's just winding up and charging forward. Technically, I could have tried, like, looking down more. Like, here, I'm already looking down a lot, though, right? Like look, my target is all the way up on the top of the screen here, and I'm just looking down to try to get it to not charge forward, but you can see it there. It's starting to wind up, and it's starting to push forward and push forward and push forward. This has actually inspired me to try props in again. I wonder if props in would have done this dive a little bit better. And I was kind of pissed because I had that thought as I was struggling. But I would have had to go up and hook up the laptop, and, like, you know, it's just not super easy to go props in. The floors were all polished and shit, so it was cool to do little skidsies. But yeah, these are the first couple of batteries that I flew, just trying to fart around and see what's what. I guess I could have also added a little bit more up tilt. Yeah, you know, I should have definitely added more up tilt, because more up tilt would have helped when I was climbing up to the top, because I would have been able to to see where I was going a little bit better. And then with more up tilt, right? Like I had pretty low up tilt, so I'm kind of falling like that. And so it's, you know, if it's gonna, so I was cheating it by doing this a little bit, but it was still wanting to run away. If I had more up tilt, I could have done that, and it could have been more of an aerodynamic thing to kind of pull itself in and not drive out. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe props in is the answer. I'm gonna play around with that a little bit. Kevin Sumner says would have been a great Agao entry for back for week 3. Yeah, it would have. Although the radio tower dive is I think the ultimate tiny whoop dive, really, like, in the world, as far as I'm concerned. I still have to make a thumbnail for that and put that edit up. It's all done and ready to go. Mom Spaghetti, I love you guys. Be good. Kids Bartlett said Mom Spaghetti. Yeah, be good, friends. I'll see you on Wednesday. Whoop Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. My name's Aaron Ciotti. Everybody calls me Ciotti. Head on over to CiottiFPV.com and click all the buttons, or I'll starve to death and die. So will all the kids. You don't want that, do you? Love you guys. Be good. I'll do... What is this? Oh, no, that's not that. I'll do one more battery from the from that crazy dive shit with a little bit of epidemic sound. Love you guys. See you Wednesday. Have an excellent week, my friends. And that button.